Stoicism offers time-tested guidance for anchoring tranquility through principled acceptance of realities beyond direct control. While interpreting ancient philosophies requires nuance, examining core Stoic doctrines on discernment and assent provides foundations for cultivating equanimity aligned with reason's impartial design of shared care. This essay details Stoic attitudes toward contingencies and exercises nurturing resignation to impermanence through balanced judgment rather than wishes alone. With regular yet humble practice, these precepts invite fulfillment through presence instead of preoccupation over circumstances ultimately unalterable. Distinguishing the controllable. Central to Stoicism stood discerning the self from externals according to direct volition. Journaling identifies attachments and cultivates a broader view, distinguishing fleeting happenings from virtuous commitments. Daily mindfulness observes even subtle fantasies, distinguishing reality from imagination. Difficulties acknowledged proportionally according to their naturalness preserve focus on efforts volitionally alterable. Regular practice develops discernment and acceptance anchored in principled priorities rather than desires alone. Acknowledging vulnerabilities. Stoics acknowledged shared liability to misfortune through understanding impermanence's impartiality. Journaling imagines hardships with empathy, patience, and care for community well-being over distress. Activities like morning reflections envision difficulties' transience through reasoned perspective. Sickness contemplated promotes compassion versus resentment of conditions' natural course. Disasters accepted calmly as potent reminders of life's unpredictable yet coherent progression according to universal design. Habitual preparation nurtures acceptance of vulnerabilities as inevitable yet bearable. Employing indifference. Similarly, Stoics assigned value judiciously according to nature and reason's imperatives versus fleeting preferences, recognizing independence through impartial priorities. Journaling notices emotional sources of attachment warranting address. Daily challenges encountered through balanced response anchored in virtue versus fleeting impressions alone. Acceptance of outcomes beyond direct volition as contingent fosters presence rather than preoccupation. Regular practice transforms suffering's perceptions, aligning with shared resilience's beauty despite adversity. Distinguishing the controllable. Kant. Openness to reconsidering perspectives embraces life's complexities versus rigidity. Journaling identifies even cherished desires warranting release through virtue's imperatives. Daily mindfulness develops discernment through proportionate acknowledgement of realities beyond control. Minor difficulties accepted rationally cultivates composure. Regular practice transforms clinging into flexible nurturance according to reason and fellowship. Acknowledging vulnerabilities. Kant. Compassionate consideration of shared fragility unites. Journaling imagines helping others skillfully through empathy for suffering's natural prevalence. Morning reflections envision using strengths for community benefit. Accepting contingency stabilizes through care versus detachment alone. Habitual preparation recognizes vulnerabilities as bonds of common experience under virtue's design. Employing indifference. Kant. Acknowledging preferences judiciously according to conscience and nature's universal bonds preserves resilience through balanced focus. Journaling notices inconsistencies fueling distress warranting virtuous reframing. Daily activities encounter inevitable outcomes calmly through principled detachment from outcome alone. Minor difficulties acknowledged rationally anchors presence beyond preoccupation. Regular practice transforms dependency into virtuous service according to impartial yet benevolent reason. Exercising reverence. Stoics contemplated life's mysteries and fortunes with humility and care. Journaling identifies sources of perceived control warranting wise release through virtue's priorities. Morning reflections envision life's purposeful progression beyond complete comprehension. Challenges accepted rationally as potent lessons in shared impermanence. Reverence anchors presence through appreciation rather than demands alone. Practicing gratitude. Similarly, contemplating blessings cultivated virtue through judicious appreciation. Journaling notices even small mercies deserving acknowledgement reinforcing fortitude. Daily mindfulness observes benefits retained versus dwelling on wants alone. Minor provisions received rationally nurture thankfulness according to reason's design. Regular practice transforms wants into joyful service through gratefulness power. Applying acceptance adaptably. While wisdom accepts realities, conscience affirms address where safe, effective, and just. Journaling identifies inconsistencies requiring nuanced virtue through flexible yet principled response. Judicious care discerns acceptance from indifference, detachment from disengagement. Responsible action and resignation work in unified balance for community benefit. Adaptive practice transforms resignation into resilient empowerment within virtue's benevolent design. Exercising reverence. Kant. Openness to life's mysteries beyond complete human knowledge fosters humility. Journaling reconsiders even core assumptions according to shared impermanence. Daily mindfulness observes wonders with care, curiosity, and gratitude versus demands alone. Minor understandings released judiciously according to virtue's priorities preserve wonder. Regular practice anchors presence through appreciation's power. Practicing gratitude, Kant. Acknowledging provisions compassionately acknowledges others' roles and nature's bounty. Journaling notices even small kindnesses warranting respectful recognition. Morning reflections envision communal interdependence and gifts retained. Challenges accepted rationally nourish thankfulness aligned with virtue and fellowship. Consistent practice transforms complaints to contributions empowered by gratefulness. Applying acceptance adaptably, Kant. Judgment discerns acceptance from passivity, resignation from forsaking responsibility where safe, prudent, and just. Journaling identifies inconsistencies requiring nuanced virtue through principled habits. When called, resolute action harmonizes with receptiveness to reality's course beyond direct will. Shared burdens borne through balanced acceptance cultivate fortitude and care. Adaptive practice transforms suffering into strength for common good according to conscience and reason. Integrating acceptance. While study examines philosophy, application cultivates life purposefully. Journaling integrates insights intentionally through virtuous acts of service, care, justice, and acceptance serving others according to shared hopes. Morning reflections envision contributions empowered by virtues like gratefulness, empathy, courage, and conscience's imperatives. Challenges accepted judiciously according to their place within life's coherence and purpose. Daily living expresses nature's design through reasoned yet humble presence. Concluding remarks. These philosophies offer adaptive foundations for nurturing fulfillment through principled acceptance, and ongoing refinement of virtue. Their nuanced understanding and application anchors purpose and resilience aligned with shared hopes and nature's design of interdependence. Humble integration anchors presence amid life's changes through virtue, fellowship, and impartial yet righteous reason. Journaling identifies even cherished desires warranting release through virtue's imperatives. Daily mindfulness develops discernment through proportionate acknowledgement of realities beyond control. Minor difficulties accepted rationally cultivates composure. Regular practice transforms clinging into flexible nurturance according to reason and fellowship. Acknowledging vulnerabilities, Kant. Compassionate consideration of shared fragility unites. Journaling imagines helping others skillfully through empathy for suffering's natural prevalence. Morning reflections envision using strengths for community benefit. Accepting contingency stabilizes through care versus detachment alone. Habitual preparation recognizes vulnerabilities as bonds of common experience under virtue's design. Employing indifference, Kant. Acknowledging preferences judiciously according to conscience and nature's universal